Hi, everyone. I'm Eric Lowe, the Industry Partner Program Manager here at ASID. We are delighted to have you all with us for today's Partner Spotlight webinar, presented by Sunbrella. The Partner Spotlight webinar series is an ongoing initiative by ASID designed to provide you with the opportunity to interact with ASID industry partners, manufacturers, and industry experts in a virtual environment. After the presentation, we'll have a Q&A session where you can submit your questions in the control panel, and I'll read them out aloud. Today, we're excited to have Sarah Dooley, Senior Director, Design Trade Sales and Marketing with Sunbrella joining us. We hope you find this session both informative and engaging. Now, I'm going to hand it over to Sarah to introduce herself and kick off the presentation.
Hi there. My name is Sarah Dooley. I am, as Eric said, the Senior Director here at Sunbrella in the Design Trade Sales and Marketing arena. We are so excited to have time with you today to go over some of our new designer trade program and also give you just some further opportunity to learn more about Sunbrella as a product line and who we are and what we stand for. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. On this first slide here, this is just a kind of high-level overview of our new designer trade program. So as you can see, this trade program is brand new. We've just launched it several weeks ago. It is your gateway to exclusive resources with Sunbrella. This is also kind of your place for unique benefits that you'll receive as a designer, and a way for you to stay informed of new Sunbrella products and activities. As a member, you, of course, will receive complimentary memo samples, exclusive trade pricing, access to the full Sunbrella catalog, which we are adding to daily, and a dedicated support for any questions or issues that may arise. This QR code will take you directly to the registration page. I'll show it again at the end of the presentation, but just wanted to have it on screen so that you had early, quick access to the program straight from the jump. So in addition to the program that we have on Sunbrella.com, also want to highlight that we work with a number of really fantastic partners across the board, in the interior space, in the exterior space, as well as our decorative editor partners. We really have just a robust list of different partners that you can choose to pull from a Sunbrella standpoint, depending on what type of aesthetic or project you might have coming up. So this is just a small glimpse of a handful of our partners. For a full list, you can find that on sunbrella.com/our-partners. And I'm going to show you a quick video now that kind of just brings you into the world of Sunbrella. So great. Wanted to give you just a little bit of background on us. Sunbrella has been around since 1961. At that time, Sunbrella was engineered as a really just groundbreaking fabric to replace cottons in the awning application. From there, we expanded into outdoor furniture in the early 80s, which was a huge step for us and one that we've really been known for since. In the early 2000s, we expanded into indoor. And then, of course, in 2016, started to move further into indoor with window treatments. We're going to get into some of these details in the coming slides. But most recently, we've expanded into finished products as well. So, really a myriad of different ways to work with Sunbrella on your projects. Really, at the heart of everything that we do is the Sunbrella brand promise. Our whole purpose here is to ensure that when you choose us, you're choosing worry-free livability for your clients. We've really stood by our product for over 60 years with a mindset towards the future and innovation. And for us, what that means is for you to have confidence when you're choosing us. You know what you're going to expect from us yard after yard. And that comes to life in a variety of different applications. So, as I mentioned earlier, of course, outdoor upholstery, I think, is what we've been known for a long time. We are really moving into that indoor upholstery space, and I'm excited to share with you a little bit more about that later in the presentation. We also offer commercial grade fabrics that are fantastic for healthcare, education, hospitality environments. We offer trims. So, no matter what kind of look you're going for, in addition to the fabric, we also have the trim to kind of finish out those important details for your project. Of course, we still have our awning and shade fabrics. It's a real backbone to our overarching business. And we offer a whole myriad of marine grade fabrics as well. So, whether your life is on the water, indoors or outdoors, or even in your favorite restaurant, Sunbrella has a fabric to suit your needs. And in addition, I think this is always a surprise for folks. We do have fabrics that are used in the automotive space, and we continue to evolve into new products and new fabrics in the future. So down here at the bottom, you kind of see a quick sort of snapshot of some of our finished products. Of course, we are offering Sunbrella bags for those of you who've been in the industry for a long time. Sunbrella tote bags used to be such a hot commodity that we started, making them available for sale so that you didn't just have to find us at a show. You could purchase them whenever you like. We have custom window treatments and throws, and cleaning products as well. We are truly propelled by performance here at Sunbrella. So in the real backbone of everything that we do has to do with making sure that we have a performance promise that stands apart. So for us, that means weather resistance for those fabrics that are outside, fade resistance for fabrics that are outside, but also fabrics that might be in a highly lit area of a residence or commercial property. Stain resistance. All of our fabrics are easy to clean, they're wear resistant, they offer soft touch, and they're durable. And this is kind of the core tenets that keeps us looking forward. And the way that we're able to carry forward that performance promise is because of how we engineer our fabrics. So we have what we call color to the core technology. This ensures that all of our performance is truly built in at the polymer level. It's not going to wear off over time. It's not something that's on the surface. So as you can see here on the left-hand side, our proprietary solution dyed acrylic Sunbrella yarns, they start with those durable fibers that are completely saturated with color and performance right there at the polymer level. This helps us with that long-lasting fade resistance and durability versus some of the other yarns that you might find out in the space that are just dyed on the surface. When we are talking about kind of the difference between the two, that dye on the surface can wear away over time. The performance, if it's just surface level, will wear away over time as well. And this is what allows us to kind of have that long-standing promise alongside our fabrics. So, in addition, and this is just a quick little video, this is always a really fun one. Our Sunbrella fabrics come clean no matter what the toughest stains that might come into contact with them. So, as you can see here, this is a Sharpie. Sharpies in my house. I have 3 small kids, and unfortunately, every now and the Sharpies get in the wrong hands. um, but this is using one of our new cleaning products. And as you can see, quickly working that product onto the fabric face itself and then agitating it to make sure that it is moving into the fabric itself. Over time, you'll see kind of a magic trick of that Sharpie really disappearing. And this isn't just for things like permanent ink and Sharpies. It carries forward for things like butter, oil stains, lipstick, blackberries, fruit, those kinds of things as well. So when we talk about performance fabrics, not all performance fabrics are created equal. I feel like in the space we hear a lot of times this sort of overarching category of performance fabrics, but really there's lots of different levels within that performance category. At Sunbrella, because of our truly rigorous attention to our quality and some more other details like our vertical integration that we'll go through in a little bit, we have yard after yard performance that's just head and shoulders above the other materials in the space. So you can kind of see here how Sunbrella's kind of stacks up over time. For us, we're really in it for the long game. For us, it's not about kind of that initial performance. It's about how the fabric is going to perform in 4 years and 5 years down the line. And so you can see we really lead polyesters and olefins over time. Of course, there on the bottom, we do a lot of testing and we have different labs. These are microscopic images that show how the Sunbrella yarns hold up compared to performance polyester and performance olefin. As you can see, the Sunbrella fibers are all still solid and together, and they're not broken or pulled apart like some of the other materials. And because of our real obsession towards quality and consistent quality yard after yard, we're able to stand behind our fabrics with the most comprehensive warranty in the industry. So for upholstery fabrics, that means a 5-year warranty. And for shade and awning fabrics, that means a 10-year warranty. And we call it the most comprehensive warranty in the industry because we cover a lot more than our competitors in the space. So not only are we standing behind our fabrics, if they were to become unserviceable due to loss of color, loss of strength, abrasion, or pilling, we will also replace those fabrics and we'll cover labor costs so that you don't have to worry about it. We feel so strongly about the quality and the promise that we have here at Sunbrella that we're very confident to stand behind it with such a comprehensive warranty. In addition, we have a really fantastic group of folks that make up our Sunbrella care team. Combined, they have nearly 100 years of experience working with our fabrics, and they provide white glove solutions to any kind of issues that could possibly arise with Sunbrella. So this means that when you call Sunbrella with an issue or a question, there's a human that's going to answer the phone, and that person's going to make sure to connect you with the right person to answer your specific question. We offer one-to-one support for our consumers as well as our designers. And we, of course, offer step-by-step cleaning instructions, whether that be through our cleaning products or just the household materials that you likely have on hand to remedy any kind of stain that might come into contact with your fabric. And of course, as well, this team handles warranty claim resolutions. So, as I was mentioning before, vertical integration is a key piece of our story and part of what sets us apart. We are vertically integrated here in the United States. This ensures that best quality from fiber to fabric, yard after yard. We check our fabrics more than 100 times from fiber all the way to finished product under one roof in our Anderson facility there in South Carolina. And it's really these kind of high standards and this commitment to quality that really sets us apart and allows us to have for you to have a certain confidence when you're choosing Sunbrella. And I'm going to show a video next that really kind of goes behind the scenes in our Anderson facility. So you can have hopefully a front row seat to what that might look like on any given day there in Anderson.
My name is Randy Blackston. I'm Vice President of Operations for Glen Raven Material Solutions. I've been with Glen Raven for 33 years. The process that we went through in terms of the design and planning and engineering for this facility was embedded in the voice of the customer. We spent time with the customers looking at the different color arrays that they wanted their products in, the different styles, the different end uses. We looked at all the various fabric markets, and we took the customer's voice and we transferred that through the engineering channels into how we could do that with the textile technology required to make the Sunbrella products. In terms of the design concepts, we looked both in our industry and out of the industry. Quite frankly, one of the biggest concepts came from the hospital operating room. That's where the superwash clean air is introduced into operating room and the contaminated air is evacuated away. That's what prevents infection. In our world, that infection is a defect called contamination. That's where a red fiber may get mixed in with a yellow fiber. And that mixing is contamination. We wanted to eliminate that. At that time, that was our number one defect. All of the systems and controls to control that air flow through the facility to evacuate all of the contamination, it took our number one defect off the top 10 list with that design.
My name's Jack Woodson. I'm the Director of Operations of our Anderson facility, and I've been with the company for 28 years. Customer experience is an opportunity for us to show our customers why Sunbrella. We communicate to them the Sunbrella brand promise and what that means to us. It goes well beyond the performance of the fabric in the field. It's about how we treat our customers, how we treat our associates, how we treat our environment, how we treat our community. Sunbrella is the premier performance fabric in the market. We say that with confidence because performance is in its DNA. It is not on the fabric, it's in the fabric. It's built that way. It's not easy to duplicate. I often say you could have my plant and my fiber, but not have my people, and you couldn't make Sunbrella. It truly is a system that results in a high quality, high performance fabric in the field.
My name is Blake Collins. I'm the Director of Technical Services, which is in-house. We call that Sunbrella Care, and I've been here for 5 years. I think it all comes down to two things, service and expectations. So what I try to do is, knowing that we here at Glen Raven make a world-class product, I want to make sure that I'm providing world-class service to ensure that the customer believes that we are doing everything we can to meet or even exceed all of their expectations. What I love about working here is just the family atmosphere, the culture. I feel like the business empowers me to be able to do what's right by the customer, as well as, keep doing what's right for each other. And it just makes coming to work pretty easy.
Love watching that video. It's always so inspiring to just kind of see that family atmosphere come to life, even there at the manufacturing level. And just to kind of carry forward that thought process on testing. So I know from where you guys sit, it's always helpful to understand the different ways that a fabric may have been tested and the different types of ways that it might perform. So as mentioned in the video, we have 3 ISO 17025 certified laboratories on site in Anderson, South Carolina. They operate as independent third-party labs on location. Our fabrics go through 18 standard and 9 proprietary tests that we've built ourselves through the years. And really for us, and I know they mentioned this on the call or on the video, but we truly develop our products and our fabrics with end use in mind. So we're testing things really with an eye towards the end environment that they are going to be used in to make sure that we don't have any surprises and that our customers don't have any surprises either. Of course, our fabrics are non-PFAS. We are Green Guard Gold, Prop 65 compliant, and we have Ecotech Standard 100 certification as well as ISO 9001 certification. So on the other side, if you're thinking about Sunbrella and you're thinking about performance plus design, we also really have a state-of-the-art design team, and our designers are working with a truly global perspective. So our library there in Burlington, North Carolina, has over 85,000 pieces of artwork. This artwork then gets used as inspiration and is also sometimes translated into our fabrics. In addition to our global design team, we have one team that is domestic here in the States, and then we have a second team in Europe, in France. We also have fantastic partnerships with lots of designer collaborators. And we work with those designer collaborators on a number of different products. So, some of those folks we're doing fabric lines with, some we're doing even custom Sunbrella blankets with. It really depends on the partner. This really allows, again, I know I've said it a few times, but this really allows for us to offer you a really wide library of fabrics that all offer that same Sunbrella performance that you know and trust. This really kind of lends itself to a variety of different aesthetics, both through the mindset of our design team, but also through the vision and partnership with our collaborators. So this one here on the bottom left, that is United Fabrics. And then I think we're looking at Block Shop next to that, CW Stockwell, and then again, Block Shop there on the end. And I apologize in advance. This next slide is really busy, but it does do a good job of showing you a kind of a mix in aesthetic. So between these different fabrics, you can kind of see the world in which we can play. And of course, it's always hard to show texture on screen, but a lot of these fabrics really have a lot of fantastic tactile texture to them as well, that comes to life with our unique yarns that we're able to employ to kind of build out some more tactile texture in addition to that visual texture in our patterns. So for a long time, as I've mentioned before, Sunbrella was really known as a key outdoor fabric. And as you can see here, we are very grateful to be able to state that we are the #1 most trusted outdoor fabric among consumers. As we kind of took a nod towards understanding how Sunbrella was looked at in the space from a consumer standpoint, we are also very excited to state that we have a very high level of awareness among consumers and a very high level of preference. So, as you can see here on the top, we are 11 times higher known brand in the outdoor space from next best competitor, 13 times higher than next best competitor for preference. And then in the indoor space as well, 8 times higher, more known, and 5 times higher, more preferred. And so, as we've kind of worked together to understand the opportunity indoor, we've decided to really state a claim and put a lot of thinking and investment towards a new approach in the Sunbrella kind of overarching universe. So we are introducing Sunbrella interiors. I invite all of you who will be at High Point in April to please come by. We will be popping up in between Showplace and Inner Hall with a pretty large footprint, and we would love to host you in our space and help give you a little tour of our new interiors fabrics, so you can see what it's all about firsthand, and have the opportunity to touch and feel and experience this new opportunity that we are building out together. Really, at the core of Sunbrella Interiors, we are weaving these fabrics specifically with softness as the front runner kind of characteristic. So we are using soft, luxurious textures. We are spinning our own novelty yarns like chenilles, chunky bouclés, baby bouclés to really add to that textural face, all of which are spun with Sunbrella fiber, and so all of which carry that same Sunbrella brand promise. We offer an assortment of versatile colors and textures and patterns, again, designed for comfort in mind. Part of this has to do with also just styling and designing more with that interiors application as a focus. So this is just a couple of fabrics to show you, but kind of get the sense of sort of where we're headed in these warmer tones. And then when you think about how Sunbrella Interiors stands out against the competition, this is just a one-to-one on the Sunbrella Interiors warranty next to some other known brands in the interior space. Again, for us, we really aim to be overachievers, and our goal is to allow for you to have that confidence when you're placing Sunbrella fabric indoor or out. In addition to the interior space, we also have some new ways for you to experience Sunbrella, for new ways for you to bring Sunbrella to your clients and the projects that you're working on. We have been building out our drapery and sheer program. We also are offering solar and Roman shades at this time. We have cleaning products that are really just fantastic, and some new performance throws as well. So to kind of look at those in a little bit more detail, in the drapery mindset, we have what we're calling stocked drapery, which are these kind of panels that are purchased fully assembled, and those you can find on our site. In addition to the stock drapery, we also are offering custom window as well. And those custom window pieces include drapery, Roman shades, solar shades, of course, there's a myriad of options when it comes to header treatments, liners, styles, control options, cornices, valances. And these are sold through our dealer network. You can find dealers in your area by going to our dealer locator on sunbrella.com. And as you can see here, we're selling 191 soft fabrics and 145 shade fabrics through this program. Our new cleaning line has just made it even easier to clean Sunbrella fabrics. Of course, part of what we pride ourselves on is the ability to clean Sunbrella fabrics with things straight out of your pantry. I have certainly really experienced the power of Sunbrella cleaning through just some things underneath my sink. But the cleaning products that we have now have been specially and specifically formulated to treat Sunbrella fabrics so that it really just takes a little bit of the elbow grease out of it. Makes it so you just don't have to have maybe as many things on hand, maybe whether it's dish soap or cornstarch or whatever else it might be. You have the opportunity to just use our clean line, and it just helps kind of make a quick answer to any kind of spill that may occur in your space. So we have Sunbrella Clean here. That's there on the far left. It powers through those spills and stains safely and brightens our Sunbrella fabrics. Extract is another product that really draws out that tough, deep down oil-based stains. And then Sunbrella Erase, we are launching in the coming months. That's what you saw there earlier on in the slide deck with that Sharpie. This is a beautiful formulation for those really tough colored stains that are really in that more concentrated, specific areas of your fabrics. This is just a quick video to sort of introduce our beautiful new throws line. I hope you enjoy it. Let's see if I can click here and let it play. So the Sunbrella throws have been a really fantastic addition to our overarching product line. I'm hearing all the time from designers that they're giving these to their clients at the end of the project as just kind of another sort of thank you at the end of the project, and also just a way for them to have Sunbrella in a new way in their space. I personally have, I think, 4 of these blankets now, and they get used every single day. They are really soft. They have a nice weight to them. They're really quite drapable. They can be machine washed, and they can also hold up to bleach. So no matter kind of what happens to them, they're very, very resilient. I mean, we have kept ours outside for days, and they just clean up beautifully. And they're really a fantastic new ad. In addition to kind of the overarching product line and kind of the story of Sunbrella, we also just wanted to share with you our view of sustainability. So for us, our overarching company is Glenraven, and the Glenraven approach for everything that we do has always been to kind of have that performance with a purpose, right? So we're very aligned with the mindset of doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. So one thing that we've been doing for years now is bringing back fabric from really a lot of our manufacturer clients that have waste and have cuttings of Sunbrella fabrics and just in the standard manufacturing process. We bring those back. We've collected well over 220,000 pounds at this point. And we use that to make new Sunbrella fabrics. We kind of chop all of that up and spin it into new yarns, and we weave new fabrics out of that. We have a Sunbrella recycled product offering. Within that product line, there's a range of 40 to 93% post-industrial recycled fibers, depending on the pattern itself. And we have goals ahead of us for how many pounds we intend to use of recycled raw materials to make new fabrics. This kind of thought process towards sustainability has really been a key piece of our story for many, many years. And we're very grateful for having had the opportunity to kind of start to put these practices in place very early. From a renewable energy standpoint, we use at least 50% renewable electricity in all Sunbrella plants, 100% in our French and Chinese locations. We decrease our carbon footprint and by purchase of renewable energy credits. And we work on zero waste to landfill practices. So we've diverted 98.7% of waste from landfills in our company-owned plants for several years now, starting before 2023. So again, just wanted to take this opportunity to introduce you to the Sunbrella Trade Program. We are so excited to have the opportunity to share with you today a little bit about what makes Sunbrella different. In addition to that, of course, this new design trade program, we've heard for years that designers love us and are so excited about Sunbrella fabrics. And a lot of times what we've heard is they just have had challenges with understanding how to get Sunbrella fabrics. So we're hoping that our new program here with the trade program on our website allows for an easier line in, helps to kind of provide better access for all of you to have Sunbrella fabrics in your projects, and also allows for you to have, a person to call and talk to if you have any questions or issues that we can help resolve for you. Whether it's buying directly through our Sunbrella.com designer program or coming to Sunbrella.com to understand which partners carry Sunbrella. We would love to kind of help to bridge that gap for you and help make sure that you're getting what you need from the Sunbrella side. And that concludes my slide deck. I'm going to go back one slide just so you have here on the bottom. There's 2 emails down there. That QR code, again, it'll take you right to the registration page for the new Sunbrella Trade Program on the bottom there. Again, I'm Sarah Dooley, sdooley at sunbrella.com, and my associate, Taylor Ghost, tghost at sunbrella.com. Feel free to reach out to us with any questions. We would love to answer them for you and are so excited to be building a relationship with you.
Thank you for the presentation, Sarah. We're now going to proceed to the Q&A session. If you have any questions, kindly utilize the Q&A button located at the bottom of the platform's control panel. All right, Sarah, if you want to come on camera and let me know when you're ready.
Hi there.
All right, first question here. What are some unexpected ways designers are using Sunbrella right now?
Yeah. So I actually heard a number of unique new ways that designers are using Sunbrella. We were at a conference over this past week, and I was hearing from one designer who told me that he has now, I think on 10 separate occasions, used Sunbrella to do fully upholstered coffee tables in his projects. I thought this was a genius application, and one that I might adopt in my own home. But I really loved that as a unique and new way to use Sunbrella that felt a little different and a little out of the box, and a new way to kind of add some pattern to a space that you know is going to stay true over time.
Next one here. What is the common misconception of Sunbrella?
Yeah, so I think, you know, Sunbrella, having had such a robust history in outdoor upholstery, we are just so strongly associated with durability and weather resistance that I think it's really an aha moment for a lot of designers when they get to see and experience our fabrics in hand, to see the softness that we offer, the range of patterns that we have, really kind of helping to connect the dots that we are so much more than canvas. Yes, canvas is sort of our maybe our backbone, or sort of where we came from, and it's still a very strong and amazing fabric that we offer today. But we have grown so much, and this kind of thought process that, you know, durability can also be soft. We have spent so many man hours, a lot of investment from a technological standpoint, as well as from a design standpoint, to be able to carry forward that durability of Sunbrella in a way that is soft and inspiring, and in a variety of different patterns and looks. So we're more than just canvas, and our durability can be soft. And again, would love to help to connect those dots for anyone at High Point if you're around, or through samples on our site. Again, those complimentary memo samples are available to you as well.
Terrific. Next one here. Will all Sunbrella products be available for purchase online?
Yes. So once you join the Sunbrella Trade Program, you will have access to our fabrics, our cleaning supplies, throw blankets, and stocked drapery. So those custom drapery options, those you will be working with a custom window dealer on, but the other products will all be through sunbrella.com. Now, we are a new program, and we have just a myriad of different partners out in this space. So we are truly daily adding new fabrics to sunbrella.com. And our aim is to make sunbrella.com that overarching catalog for Sunbrella fabrics. So that is where we anticipate, you know, you going to see like the full picture of Sunbrella, no matter what it is, the project that you're taking on or the look that you're trying to accomplish.
Wonderful. Next one here. How do you see Sunbrella balancing performance with design as trends continue to evolve?
Yeah. So I think for us at Sunbrella, we kind of are working on this balance from a design side of, we're always trying to make sure that we have the new, the upcoming, when you're ready to have it. So we do a significant amount of trend forecasting in-house, as well as balancing that with some timeless designs, so that, you know, you have kind of the ability to sort of choose either way. When you think about our overarching kind of output from a collection standpoint, whether it's with our own in-house lines or with partners, it's about ensuring that that balance exists for you within our overarching catalog. So if you think about what you're seeing with, maybe Block Shop or some of these other collections that we've launched in recent months, they are very trend forward. They're very now, they're very new, and balancing that out with some of our more timeless styles that you'll see from us as well. We're really at the mindset of using those trend forecasts to make those calculated choices on what we're bringing into market to make sure that we're offering a good range of things from trend forward to more timeless looks.
Thank you, Sarah. We have time for a couple more. I thought this one was pretty interesting. I was at a manufacturer's showroom the other day, and they told me that their outdoor fabric was, quote, just like Sunbrella, but not branded. Why would they say that? And is their product really the same?
Okay. Yeah. So I think, Sunbrella, again, we've been around since 1961. We're the gold standard from a performance standpoint. And I think that that's an association that a lot of people would like to have. But there's really only one Sunbrella. And I'm sure as you noticed throughout the presentation, we have not just a commitment towards quality, we have an obsession towards quality. For us, our vertical integration from the fiber level all the way into that finished fabric, over 100 quality checks as it goes from fiber to finished product. That's unique to us. And being able to manage the quality, you know, because we have fiber that we are then spinning ourselves into our own proprietary yarn. You saw the facility where we're weaving things. It's modeled after medical facilities. There's just no one really doing what we're doing. So if it's not Sunbrella, it's not Sunbrella. But I understand why folks would wanna maybe piggyback on top of that.
Alrighty. Next one. Are your fabrics treated with any chemicals such as stain prevention or fire treated?
So our stain prevention, it comes into state with that kind of color to the core technology. So all of our performance is baked in there at the polymer level. That's not a chemical bath. For us, all of our performance is really kind of in that color to the core thought process for us. We do offer a finish on our fabrics. It is a non-PFAS finish, and it's just kind of an added layer of protection. But again, once that finish wears off, you still have the protection of just the color to the core technology, so you know that your performance is going to stay true. I think for us, really kind of maintaining that thought process on that performance being, actually within the fabric itself is part of what sets us apart.
All right, thank you. If a designer wants to deepen their relationship with Sunbrella, where do you recommend they start?
Yeah, for sure. So now that we have the new designer trade program, that would be the best place to start. As I mentioned before, this is going to give you the full catalog of Sunbrella. It's also just going to give you direct access to our team. So it's going to allow you to really relationship build with us in a new and unique way. We also offer designer newsletters through sunbrella.com, and that's really kind of where you're going to stay most up to date on all of the new things that we're doing, as well as kind of just like any kind of news items coming from Sunbrella. So the places that we might be popping up in the coming weeks will be at Design LA, and hope to see some of you there. But also at, just the variety of other small events we're doing around the country throughout the year. If we would love to kind of keep you up to date on all those things, and it's best to do that through joining our trade program and signing up for our newsletter.
This next one here. Are there VOCs releasing?
Are there VOCs releasing? Um, I'm sorry. Can you help me understand the question there a little bit more?
That is simply what it states. Monique, we will get back to you on that. We have your email address and we'll get back to you.
I think if it has to do with, just to kind of land a comment that I made earlier, we are Green Guard Gold certified fabrics. So our fabrics are certified for a high level of safety in indoor environments. I think that that's what that question is relating to. But Monique, if that's not it, please reach out and happy to further clarify.
Great. Thank you, Sarah. We are out of time, but I want to thank you for joining us today. And on behalf of ASID, I'd like to extend a big thank you to Sunbrella.
Thank you so much. This has been great. We really appreciated the opportunity.
Thank you. We also extend our thanks to all of you who joined us today. We hope to see you again at our next ASID Brand Spotlight webinar. Thank you.